Hi, guys. Now, welcome to this case study where I want to take you how we turned this ugly duckling into this amazing cash flow, positively geared, manufactured gym. Not only did we massively improve our capital growth with this project, but we made it a cash pumping machine. Watch how we did it.
Now, I just wanted to run you through what I'm going to do to this house to give it more power from the street. Basically, this house is a really good house. It's got really good, strong bones. So it's only a matter of changing a few things and tweaking a few things to make this property very attractive. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this old rabbit fence that's here. As you can see, it's worn and it's been here quite a while and it just needs a bit of a refresh. So I'm going to replace that with a nice big white fence. It's going to go along this side. I'm also going to get rid of all of the plants that are facing the street here tomorrow, or at least I'm going to cut them back. In the front of the house, you'll see the whole bushes that are in front, and they're restricting the light that's coming to the house and also the shade that's coming from the outside. So what I want to do is I want to improve that so that it will give it more power from the street. And this is the whole idea. The whole idea when I do these renovations is to give it that effect from the street, like I want to live here. If I can just tell you, this garage will be staying. And because I'm going to build a dual occupancy at the back, I'm actually going to get rid of that shed at the back. And this will become another carport for the other dwelling that's going to be in the rear of the property. But more of that later as we go through these videos. But if we just go inside the house, come inside, and I'll show you what's happened, because I got this thing painted the last couple of days, so it's all freshly painted in my special colors. This is a great house because we've got two living areas. So this area here was white, red. Well, it was a red wall when we got it. It was a red wall. So I changed the whole color scheme in this. Now, this is the kitchen. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to tile connect these tiles to give it a more bright vibe. I'm also going to replace all of these kitchen cabinets. Because I've got a cabinet maker doing this, it's actually cheaper for me to do that than actually buy the doors and put them on. I'm actually doing this whole kitchen, including the exhaust fan up the top. I've had a few electrical issues in this place. I want to replace the light fittings as well. But this whole kitchen area is costing me under $1,200. I'm also going to lay floor in here. These tiles are very worn. And they're quite outdated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace all of that flooring. As you can see, the other house is all polished floorboards, which is going to come up even better today when the painters come back tomorrow and they surface it up a bit more. And then the bedrooms have built-in robes. There's 3 bedrooms. 2 of them have built-in robes. And I've got another built-in robe that's going to come in here. Of course, this old one is outdated. So I'm going to flick that. I'm going to put a modern one in there. So the toilet, all I'm doing is just replacing the light fittings in there. I've painted it, going to tie up that new floor's going to go down there. The bathroom. Now in the bathroom, I didn't want to spend much money. I could have gone over the top, but this kind of area, we don't sort of do that. We're keeping everything on the low budget here. And I'm not even going to replace the vanity. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a glass shield up here to protect this area, so we don't have to get one of these and take this one off. They did a really bad job of tile painting these tiles a long time ago. So I'm going to get these professionally tile painted as well, which will just give it that bling. And I'm also going to replace the floor in here as well. This is the laundry. So as you can see, this is where the tub was, okay? And that's basically what it was. So I'm ripping that out. I've already taken the taps off here. I'm ripping that out. I'm going to put this bench here. This wooden bench is going to go all on your side. Underneath, I'm going to have all of the white cabinetry that's going to go under there. On the top, I'm going to have some shelving. And in between, I'm going to have a subway splashback that's going to go along there to make this room pop, and also the floors. I'm not going to extend this. This is actually going to be a rental. So normally what I would do is I would extend that, drop the taps and put a washing machine there. But because tenants have different washing machines, front loaders and top loaders. We don't know what's going to happen. So I'll just leave that area blank so that then they can sort it out. We're replacing all of the doors with your door handles. I'm just doing enough to get this property back on the market and make a lot of money from it. So I'll just give you the drill on this property. We bought this property for $340. We're going to spend around about $12,000 to $15,000 on the renovation. I had a real estate agent here, 2-year estate agents here yesterday. They've given me a quote of actually going back on the market. So if we go back on the market with this house, we're going to get between 380 and 390, and that's without the subdivision at the back. As I said, we're going to do a dual key at the back, so there'll be 2 rentals coming in from this property. Look, I just wanted to show you my renovation project here and my dual lock sort of situation that I'm doing up here in Brisbane. And we're really in the final stages here. The house is renovated, so we're right to go. All my colours are in, my kitchen's in, my tiling's in, my laundry's in. Everything's ready on that. You got the built-in robes done, but I won't take you in there. The main part of it is that I want to show you this dual lock. So I've taken out the trees in the front here to give it more power from the street. So we're really there from the outside. I've taken out this horrible fence that was here, and I'm putting in a whole new fence in here that will go in the next day or two. That's going to make this thing really pop. But the best news is out here. There was a shed there. So what I've done is I've taken away that shed. The current roller door here will remain with the real house. And then the next dwelling that I'm doing, come out the back here and have a look, because the driveway, I'm putting a new driveway in here, and that's going to go into here. And then adjacent to this is going to be the new carport. And then in here is going to be where I'm going to have the dual lock. I'll put the fence up on the other side so we can segregate both the dwellings from each other. I've taken away all of the trees at the back so that we can do the dwelling at the back. And so they will be totally separate from each other, right? So this is a fantastic investment that we did here. We're getting the capital growth. Now, if I had just kept that house on its own and I hadn't have done the dual lock situation, we could have had that house back on the market and made an extra $50,000 just on the reno and capital appreciation of the actual property in itself. And this is the finished product, what's behind me now. So now these properties are both done. They're both rented. And as you can see, we've kept the original driveway, and then I've made a carport on the opposite side. I've concreted both that driveway, so we only needed one crossover. And then the cars go into their respective driveways. There's also behind that carport, there's a fence, which has a gate that goes into the back unit. And then the front one actually just stays on the street as it normally was, right? So there we go. That's our finished product, getting us fantastic rent. And this is a great investment, great cash flow, great property uplift.